locked in right now. It's the Wheel1 podcast. It's your boy Master Twice. Got a special guest in the cut right here. It's my boy Brian, you know what I'm saying? He came to pull up on me. It's been a long time coming. We planned this a long time ago.
We did.
You know, but he finally came through. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you again.
Most definitely had to come through. Thank you so much for having me.
You know, so Brian, we're just going to do this how we usually do it on the show. We kind of just like dive right into it. And we like to go like, you know, we like to talk about you. So it's like, you know, your family, life, upbringing, siblings, like, you know, where you grew up, all that. Like, you know, let us know, like, people who don't know, you know, introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah. So my name is Brian Obonna. I'm an actor. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm an athlete, track and field athlete.
Let it flex on them a little bit because you're being humble right now. Flex on them.
Yeah. I've been had the privilege to represent Team Canada. At a couple of international meets. Former NCAA athlete.
D1.
Yeah, Division 1. And yeah, I'm an actor as well. You know, I like doing everything. I do a lot.
Triple threat right here. You know my guy's a triple threat. You guys didn't know, but now you know. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Yeah, I do a lot. And I love doing everything that I do.
All right. You know, that's great. Now that we kind of like have an idea of like who you are now, like I always like to say, like we know who like Brian is now, but I always want to know like what was little Brian like you know what I'm saying? Like what was it like you know where did you grow up? Like how was it that
little
like,
Brian?
Yeah.
All right. So little Brian was a bad kid.
Oh shit.
Hey, little Brian was a bad kid. I was a big troublemaker. You can ask my siblings. You can ask my like elementary teachers.
How many siblings do you have?
I got 5.
Oh, you got a big family.
Yeah, I got
what number are you in there?
I'm the last born, so I'm 6.
Oh, you're the baby. I'm the baby
I'm the
too.
baby. Oh, you're the baby. Yeah. And it's crazy because like when you're the baby, it's like you're forever the baby, no matter how grown you get.
Facts.
But yeah. So I was a troublemaker kid. Can't even lie. I started out acting when I was 9 years old.
Oh shit! You were early in the game.
Yeah,
How was that as like a child actor? Because I be seeing these child actors sometimes when I go on sets, and I'm like, do these kids actually want to do it, or like you know, like it's always that question for me personally. But like you know, it's not my business.
Yeah. I definitely wanted to do it. It was extremely fun to me. You know, just going on set and just that experience. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And meeting new people and. I would say challenges did come from that because you had to deal with rejection from a very young age. And, you know, being told no to your face by an adult is like...
It's heart crushing.
As
an adult, trust me, we go through
as an adult. What? I'd be like, you don't want me? Like, pick me. And I'd be like, yo. But going through that as a kid... I felt like that made me mature very early on, and you know, it made me grow thick skin, and it made me just become, you know, stronger mentally, going through a lot of rejection. But as a whole, you know, going through it as a kid, it was extremely fun. I would do commercials. I would go to school, and my teachers and my friends would be like, "Hey, Brian, I seen you on TV," and everything like that. So you know, there was definitely positives that came with it, and that still come with it. But yeah, definitely, it can get challenging and it can get difficult.
Yeah, I could imagine. Like that's why I had to ask the question because like for me, it was always like, yo, child actors like I said, it's always a thought of like, do the kids want to do it, and if they do want to do it, like you know, how passionate are they? Because like you said, it can be tough. It's not this. It's a very cutthroat business as much as it's like fun and everything. Like you know, it's not easy.
Most definitely.
So like, what were some passions that you had as a badass little kid growing up? Right? Because you know, even the bad kids got good passions.
So yeah, acting was definitely like a passion of mine. I would say that was like my first passion that I like really genuinely loved. And you know, you come across a lot of the kids where like, you know, their parents like throw them in it.
Yeah.
And you kind of get that vibe because when they grow up, they kind of stop doing it. But for me, it was the other way around. I was like, Mom, like, yo, this audition going on. Can you please take me? And sometimes they would be like, I'm not trying to go downtown and take you to this. I'm like, no. I would start crying, and, throwing a tantrum. Like, I genuinely loved it
Like
as a kid.
yeah, that's amazing though.
Yeah, and yeah, when I was a kid, I was very energetic. So that's when the sports bug kind of started coming into play. And then my older brother is a former Division I athlete as well.
Oh shit!
Track and field.
See, this runs in the genes, like say.
And my sister is a former Division I athlete as
God
well.
Damn!
Yeah.
What are they feeding you guys at home?
Crazy. Yeah. So I felt like with that, I didn't really have a choice because I had shoes to fill in. So that was just like, hey, you gonna do this or you gonna do this?
So did everyone in the family play track? Like run track? Was it no other sport?
They did that, but like my two sisters went to college for volleyball. My brother went for track. So I feel like that's why I kind of like gravitated towards
that older bro influence. Like, you see him going to work, doing his thing on the field, and you're like, I can beat him. Like,
exactly.
I beat him in a couple races before. I could do that.
Exactly.
Like, I feel that because like,
and then also like being in school, the teachers always comparing me to him. Hey, could you do this? Your brother did this when he was here. Your brother did that. So it just kind of felt like a fun competitive experience where I felt like I had big shoes to fill in. So yeah, that's kind of how I got that track bug.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, like, cause like for me, like I always played ball, like but I always had a love for baseball, but never played it.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I love baseball to this day. It's my second favorite sport, but like I never played this sport, and I'm like I always like wish I did. So I always ask people who like played sports, especially when I have like an athlete or a former athlete on. It's just like if there was other sports that they like thought about, or if they did play, like why did they gravitate to them? Like, so for you, it's like, yeah, I see that track was an influence. Was there any sport that you were like, maybe let me dabble in this? Like, let me see if I'm not, like, I'm nice at this too. Like, or try to carve your own lane.
Yeah. High school, I played volleyball as well. I was on the basketball team.
Oh, you definitely won Athlete of the Year.
Yeah, I did. My senior year, I did. Shout out to the coaches.
Yeah, as soon as you name it, I'm like, yeah, this nigga won Athlete of the Year.
I did. Yeah, but I tapped into all the sports, and yeah, I think it's just me just being competitive that just gave me that drive just to tap into every sport and to go hard at whatever it was that I was playing.
No, and that decision after you graduated high school to go to college, like first of all, how many offers did you have, and then like, how was that to make that decision of like, okay, this is gonna be the best place for me?
Yeah, so it was, for me, it wasn't easy because I started getting like really good, like NCAA college level good towards the ending of grade 12.
Oh, so it's like around the end of the run.
Yeah, so around the end of the run. So throughout high school, I was, kind of hard on myself, trying to, I would, always tell myself like, what's going on? Like, how come you're not hitting these marks? You got your friends that are already inking Division I. What's going on with you? So, it took me just being focused and really training extremely hard. And then finally, when I started, really getting it together, I did start getting offers. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I went with like the school that was offering me the most money. I'm not gonna lie to you, like I went like other schools were offering me like 70%, 60%, just tuition and stuff like that. Lamar University, shout out to Lamar University.
Shout out.
Yeah, they offered me a full ride, and I felt like just everything just fell together because like it was in Texas where it's hot all year round.
So it really can train like no problem.
Train outside all year round. And it was a competitive conference that it was in. It was in the Southland Conference. So the competition was going to be good. the coaching staff. I looked them up, and they had a lot of previous success.
Okay,
so I was like, yeah, this is like perfect. Like, and that's how I decided to commit with them.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, like, how was your experience now, like, from especially living here, like, growing up out here and then moving all the way out to Texas at like 18 years old by yourself?
Hey,
Like,
let me tell you, that was difficult. Like, I tell people all the time, it's not like you're just going to the U.S., like you're just going to like New York, where it's kind of like similar.
Very similar.
Yeah,
I've
very
been to New York. I feel like it's a bigger version of here. Like,
Yeah. So it wasn't like that. I went down south.
like down deep.
Yes, I went down south, and it was different for me. Like, as soon as I first got there, at first I couldn't really understand like what people were saying. Like, I'm from
We talking about.
yeah. So like, it was difficult for me at first, like just trying to familiarize myself with that culture. But as I got there, they really embraced me like family. Shout out to my teammates and my schoolmates from Lamar University. And yeah, I feel like down south they have that like really like family aspect with them. Like, once you're here, you're one of us, and we're gonna look out for you. We're gonna help you out. We're gonna assist you, whatever it is.
Help take care of you.
Yeah.
Especially when they know you're not from here.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't as hard as I thought it would have been, that transition, but it was a great transition. Like, it was a great.
That's amazing. That's amazing that it was positive, because you hear so many like horrible stories about when kids like they go like to a school that's just out of like their region, and then they're lost, they're by themselves. It was like a horrible time. No one's really helping out with them. They gotta like struggle like to eat, literally, like
And I actually have friends who went to school out in the U.S. and they didn't. It just wasn't for them, and they came back. So it's not for everybody. People's experiences are good, some are bad, and it just depends.
I mean, that's a big fact. Everyone can go through the same thing, but then have a different outlook on it.
Right. Exactly.
And it's like, you were lucky enough, lucky enough, like, put quotations, what I'm saying? That to have that situation where you just landed with good people that were like, nah, he's good. We gonna take care of him. We got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody. Down south, Lamar. Shout out to University again. I don't want to mess it up.
Lamar University.
Lamar University.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Say shout out to you guys. So I want to know now. Like, I always ask everyone this question, like, your experience about like your thoughts on kind of like how like society is as like a black male, and then even your experience of being like born living in Canada, but then at the same time spending that time down south. Like, how is your views just on like how society is kind of like right now in this sense? I know it's a loaded question.
Yeah. Most definitely, I feel like when I got down there and I started hearing my friends, my brothers and sisters now, but my friends, I started hearing their experiences of things they've gone through, and they started really educating me on the way life is for them as a black man or woman
in America.
There's a difference.
Big difference.
There is a difference. Not to say that there's not discrimination for blacks everywhere,
or struggle. Of course.
But I feel like it differentiates based on like regions and where you are and countries, all of that. But
big facts.
It's definitely discrimination for all of us. But yeah, they just kind of explained the differences with how it is out there and their experiences. And I learned a lot, and it allowed me to like empathize and sympathize with them. It allowed me to have a better understanding of who they are, why they're like that, why they may question certain things, and it really made a lot of sense. And I feel like that's what society needs to do now. They need to listen with the intent to understand, rather than listen with the intent to just reply. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel
you're
like
dropping bars on them right now.
Yeah, because I feel like doing that alone could solve a lot of problems. It could heal a lot of the complications and things that we're going through in society.
Yeah, I mean, I had a homie, I was talking to him earlier today, where he was saying, to be honest, we need more humans. Because people
Exactly.
aren't just genuine humans anymore. You know,
Exactly.
they don't have enough empathy for just things that we should as human beings. Like, forget what we look like, color, skin, whatever you've been through. Like, as a human being, you're seeing something that's wrong or like that's bad or awful. It's like you should empathize for that in general.
Exactly.
And nowadays, I feel because when you pull out a phone when someone's hurt instead of helping them to record them, like that's the complete. It dumbfounds me when I see videos like that,
Exactly.
because it's like, did you call for help before you decided to like capture this moment like you're the news or something?
Exactly.
Like, you know, and like that's just people just being dehumanized because they see that all the time,
Right.
and now you just don't care because it's like, oh well, you know.
Right.
But you know, we're working towards to fixing that though, you
Yeah.
know. And then, like you said, it's about listening to, like, you know, respond, but not like just to respond with like, oh, because I'm right.
Yeah, yeah. You definitely want to listen to like with the intention like to understand like okay, they're saying this because of whatever
Yeah,
XYZ.
XYZ.
Yeah. You may not agree with them, but you're understanding why they're saying that. You know, oftentimes in society right now, you know, we just listen and we just throw our reply. It goes in one ear, comes out the other. We're not even trying to take into account what they're trying to say or why they're saying it. We just want to give our opinion
Of
our
why they're
response.
wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny how it goes, but you know, hopefully, you know, more people start thinking with like, you know, the mindset that you're saying.
Right.
And, you know, we start changing it, you know, one by one. So I kind of want to backtrack a tiny bit though, because like I kind of want to go back to the athlete thing, because I feel like it's a question I forgot to ask.
Yeah.
The whole Team Canada experience. Let's dive into that a little bit more. How was that representing Canada? And just like, you know, let them know, like, you know, the events and everything that you went to as you were representing the country, you know?
Yeah.
Shout out.
Representing Team Canada, man, it's an experience I always say is like it's priceless because it's something that you really gotta earn.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's earned, not
Yeah,
given.
like so I always say it's like a priceless experience and you know, being able to represent the country, it's like you're not representing the province, you're not representing the city, you're representing the entire country. And when you have that Canada across your chest in that national team singlet, it gives you some sense of like pride, you know what I'm saying? And it makes you proud. So it was a great experience. One meet I did, we went to Italy for the World University Games. Yeah.
How was that, just enjoying the vibes in Italy? And
Hey,
then,
let me
like
tell
I
you.
said, at the same time represented the country.
Yeah. So that experience was 50-50. It was 50 in a bad way because I was hurt.
Oh God! What was the injury? What was the injury?
I had a grade 2 hamstring
Oh
tear.
my God!
Yeah.
That's you need that like the most. Like,
Yeah, like, and I don't know who I thought I was trying to still go out there and still be Superman and still jump, but yeah, I re-injured it when I got out there. So that was the downside of it. You know, I was you know, every time I got to a high on the trip, I just remembered like, yo, your hamstring is messed up. So it was always bringing my mood back down, and then something else positive would be.
it's like you're enjoying the time, and then
Yeah.
it's like you remember, oh, man, but I can't compete. Like the whole
Yeah.
reason I'm here, I can't.
compete.
Yeah.
And I was on the relay team as well.
Oh, so
I
you feel
couldn't-
like you're letting team down. At
Yeah,
that, like,
so
you know?
I couldn't run either. But like our accommodation for that meet was on the cruise. So we were on the cruise ship, and there was like Team China, Team USA,
Oh,
and
damn.
on cruises.
That's lit.
Yeah, like the cruise was decked, but you know we stayed on cruises, so it was a crazy experience. Like I
So
love it.
did you mix and mingle like with the people from the other countries, like, you know? Because I always like see that, like, especially when you watch like things, especially like the Olympics, when they, like, you know, the Olympic Village, like, you know, everyone's like mixing and mingling, and I'm like, it's always interesting, you know, just different cultures, like, you know?
Yeah. I definitely, we definitely interacted and, you know, got to know different teams. We do this one thing where like you swap gear, national team gear. So I seen one of my homeboys on Team Italy. Shout out to Ilias.
Shout out.
We swapped our team jackets.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I got a Kappa Italy jacket. So
Ooh,
it's so fire.
exclusive.
Yeah,
Exclusive.
fire.
It's one of one.
Yeah.
You can't find this nowhere else. You got to earn that one.
Yeah,
Like,
for
you
real.
know?
But yeah, we just swapped out. We swapped gears. Once the meet's over, we go on out, enjoy the city, the time, and everything like that. So,
What
yeah.
city were you guys in?
Naples.
Okay. Naples.
Yeah. And
How-
let me tell you, the food in Italy, like the pizza and stuff.
I was just about to go there. You took the words out my mouth.
Hey, believe the hype.
Okay. Because
Believe
I
the
love
hype.
Italian food. I love Italian, so I had to ask. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
believe the hype because the food out there was fire.
Oh. Saying that, I heard the pizzas are very like plain, but at the same time, it's like right in a sense.
Yeah, it's just different. Like you just feel like you're eating some luxurious stuff. I don't know. Like
it's top shelf. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Enough said. You gotta go to the motherland of the food to really get the real deal.
Facts.
All right. I love that one. So like now I always gotta ask a question that I always do on the pod for everybody. Is this about because mental health is always a big thing for us. So I gotta ask about a time where like a situation hit you where you were like, whoa, like this is like kind of affecting me and my mental health right now, and like and yeah, let's hear about that.
Situation. What I would say is, I partake in like what I do in life. Takes a toll on your mental health a lot. Being a track and field athlete, it's not like a team sport. Where
It's an individual sport. It's just you.
Yeah.
It's just you. Because like I was. Sorry to cut you off. But I was always compared because like I always compare life to basketball. So I feel like sports teaches a lot of like life lessons. They're very parallel. But as me as a basketball player, it's always a team sport. Like I'm always like I got my squad.
Exactly.
Then now you an individual, it's like just you. So it's like so continue.
Yeah, so it's just you out there, and you still have a team and training partners and all of that. But once it's time to compete, it's just you out there, and if you don't do good or if you don't hit your goals, it's just you. So that definitely takes a toll on your mental health. I've gone through so many mental health times with track and field, and even with acting as well. I'm sure you can agree.
Yeah.
The amount of rejection that comes with it,
especially when you see like the role,
and
then you're like, that's who they picked. It's like,
it's like that's who they
it
picked.
should have been me.
Yeah, so it's like you're just so used to hearing no, and it's like that could also take a toll on your mental health. So, with me, I say I deal with a lot of mental health. I don't want to say complications, but I go through a lot of times where it's like I feel down and stuff like that. But I definitely find ways to cope with that or to kind of let that pass by.
That was actually going to be like my next question was like, how do you cope through those times? Because they sound as a current athlete and then as a current actor, like there are obviously things that are going to be reoccurring,
Right.
So how do you like cope through them when you feel like you're hitting that kind of rut?
Me, it may sound crazy, but like I do yoga.
Oh, no, that's not crazy. What you talking about? Like, what I'm saying? I do doing yoga in the morning time too, low key.
Yeah.
Just a little bit though.
Yeah. Like I do yoga, just get my mind clear. I stay prayed up. I'm always praying.
Facts.
And I feel like it's just the people that you have around you, like your support system. When you have that good support system.
I'm with a big family.
Yeah. So it's like it just you find a way to get through it.
Man, that's amazing. And then like, cause like a lot of people obviously go through this very similar struggles, like and like especially with you being like in the dual field of things where you can get rejection and at the same time it's all individualistic, like because like I said, in other aspects, like especially me as an athlete, when I was a lot of team things, it's like if we lost, like it's not, you can rarely say okay it's on you,
exactly,
because there's so many factors that go into it in a team sport,
exactly.
But then when it's an individual sport, it's on you, and that weighs more. Because I even think about a time when I was in high school. I remember I missed a game-winning shot for like a championship to like advance. It's like our season was pretty much over after I missed.
Yeah.
And it weighed on me, still weighs on me to this day, because I feel like I let everybody down in a sense. So I can imagine you or anyone else who's a individual sport athlete, like, you know, that goes through that, because it's like there's no one else to blame.
There's no one else to blame at all. It's just you, and it's crazy.
But, you know, we getting through it, though. We getting through it. So, like, I kind of want to talk a little bit more just about, like, the acting now. Like, you know, we talked a little bit about the child acting, but then, like, as you grew, you know what I'm saying, how do you feel you grew as an actor? You know, it's like, you know.
I feel like I'm still kind of going through.
Oh, we're always growing.
Yeah, I'm still going through that transition of, you know, the child actor Brian to being the grown actor Brian. I had to take a little break from acting when I went away to school, competing in the NCAA. So I just started back, like going full throttle, 2020.
Okay.
But even then, it was still like the pandemic.
Yeah, COVID.
So a lot of stuff was shut down. So I really started like getting back into it like last year. So like I feel like I'm right now I'm still kind of going through that transition, trying to get myself back familiar with certain skills, certain things to do. You know, when you're reading a script, you have to know the right times to take your pauses and all of things like that. So just getting back skillful in all of that. I'm doing that right now, and I've been so fortunate to get quite a good amount of bookings since I've started back into it. So shout out to all the directors, casting directors.
Shout out to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like you gotta remember. We were just talking about how this individualistic. You have to put in that work.
Yeah.
I know how it feels when you look at your phone or computer. You get that email that you got that booking. You
got that booking. It's like,
oh, give me that. I feel like I just dunked on a man every time I got a booking.
I swear, I'm like, yo. I remember one casting I got, they said like there was like 3,000 people that tried out for it, and I was like, dang, like 1 out of 3,000. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You just have to be Andre in those 3 stacks. That's what happened. But like, you know, that's just the thing, and it's like that's why I always say sometimes you got to big up yourself. You know, another friend of mine was telling me that today. Sometimes you just got to big up yourself, like about it, because like of course, shout out to everybody who helped out and like, you know, and sees the vision. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I think that's the main thing is about hoping that people see the vision and then they see like, okay, that he can be a part of it and he can work. You know what I'm saying? And that's the amazing part, especially when you say coming out of that child actor Brian stage into like adult actor Brian, because I can imagine how difficult that could be, because like as a child actor they kind of just want you to look cutesy and like, you know, stand over there.
And it's hard too, because it's like a lot of castings now they want to see a reel. So my reel, all my work is from like when I was
no, you can't. Nah.
Now I got facial hair, I got a
they're gonna be like, what are you doing?
Like it's crazy. So it's definitely difficult, but I feel like I'm going through that transition pretty smoothly, and I'm grateful for like all of the castings and everything like that I've been getting.
Facts. Shout out to everybody casting, you know, my homie Brian right here. Shout out to everybody casting me as well. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely,
because I ain't mad at it.
Hey, you've been booked lately too, bro.
Low key,
talk about it, man.
Low key, we be working out here. You know what I'm saying? I got things coming down the pipe. You might see me around. You know.
Hey, we met each other on the set.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Low key, they I think they put that on TV now. Like they pushed it up. It was like, you know, just a YouTube thing or like, you know, internet. Now they like bumped it up or something.
Yeah.
So, you know, we out here. If you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know
what I'm saying? You might have, you know, but yeah. So like another question I want to ask, you know, we're kind of like winding down around here. You know what I'm saying? I always like to ask people just about like, you know, this is around the time where it's the time to plug yourself, you know what I'm saying? Let people kind of know what you kind of have going for yourself and what's coming down the pipe for Brian. Like, you know, let them know.
Yeah, so right now I'm just working on...
We'll put the ads right here too, by the way.
I've been working on my clothing line.
Shout it out. This is what I'm saying. Plug it in.
Approved Clothing. It's approved with a U.
All right. Is there an app for that?
Yep. At Approved Clothing.
All right, we'll put it up right here too.
Yep, and www.approvedclothing.com. And what that means is it's just about going up in life and ensuring that you approve of it.
Are you rocking the gear right now?
Oh yeah, I'm rocking it right now.
You know what I'm saying? Let them know.
Shout
The flex
out to
on
Approve.
them. The hoodie, the jumpsuit is fire. Fire.
Yeah.
You guys can't see the fit though. He's finishing off with the pandas. I just got to flex on him for you. You know?
Hey, something slight.
You know what I'm saying? Something like. We just styling out here, but like. Go into more about just about approved than just like about like, you know, what it stands for, what it means, and it's like, you know, what you guys are pushing.
Yeah. So it's just about going up in life, making sure you approve of that. Oftentimes we accomplish things or we're doing good things, no matter how big of a scale it may be, and we don't appreciate it or we don't approve of that.
Facts.
You know, so it's just trying to let people know, approve of the things that you're doing. You're going up no matter at what pace. But yeah, I started the brand October 4th, 2020. Just kind of, I've always wanted to do it.
Facts.
But started it out, didn't know how it's going to be. And once I started it, I started getting a lot of support from my friends and stuff like that. And people started rocking with it.
Shout out to the real homies, you know what I'm saying?
For real. You guys know who you are. I can't name all you guys.
Yeah, shout out to the real homies.
You guys know who you are. And yeah, ever since then, I've just been growing it, and I've been so fortunate to have been getting such a growth of success with it, and a growth of support and consistency. And yeah, there's a lot of new things coming out with that this year, 2023, and I'm super thankful about that.
All right, shout out to that. Like, what kind of fits are we looking at? Like, that's coming for approval. Is it just the jumpsuits, or what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. So I've been coming up with like cargos and tracksuits and things like that. A lot of the comfy stuff. The new stuff coming. It's still gonna be comfy, but it's about to get fire.
It's about to get real drippy.
It's about to get real drippy.
Okay.
Even more drippy than it already is. But
okay.
It's about to get real drippy, so I'm excited about all of that.
All right, just let you guys know, a little like, salt-based sauce is like coming down the pipe on the drip. It's like, ooh, make it a little spicier. Yeah, a little something like that. Oh man, but Brian, again, plug yourself for anything else that you got going on, just like, before we get out of here, just to let them know, people out there who need to know.
Yeah. That's really it. I can't.
Oh yeah, the rest of it you can't talk. Rest of it and some of it you can't talk about. I already know about those. We can't talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep things on the wraps until you see it.
Them crazy NDAs and all they make us sign. Oh my god.
Yes, they done. So that. But yeah, so you guys look out for that approved clothing. You know what I'm saying? Might drop that right here for you guys again. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna drop Brian's app for you too. Brian, drop it for him.
At Brian Obonna.
Right there, you know what I'm saying? Put that up right there.
Yep.
And, again, Brian, thank you for coming through. Really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? It means a lot to me, And for everyone out there in the YouTube world, I'm looking at you guys, Like,
and a quick shout out to you too, man. Appreciate you for having me. And I've been seeing you doing your thing, being consistent, bro. With the acting stuff and this dope podcast.
Thank you.
Just keep it up, man.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that, for real, because I'm just trying to stay at it. I'm lucky to be even doing this type of stuff. So
most definitely,
I'm just trying to embrace the grind and then stay at it until come up in this big time. Then
most definitely,
after we be making big hit movies, we be looking back at this interview like, oh shit, remember that time?
Yeah, Brian did that remember that?
Yeah, but so thank you again for that, dog. I really do appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely.
So now that we really about to get out of here, all you guys in the YouTube world, I'm paging you. But I love you though. So it's a respectful page, respectfully.
Yeah.
You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. You know what I'm saying?
All that.
It's the Wheel1 podcast. Your boy Master Twice. We out.